Okay, here we go. I've got this 912 Fender. Let me get a light going here. 912 Fender, and I have a hole on this side over here. Right there. There's a hole. There's all sorts of Swiss cheese happening here. I think there's a hole there, there, and there. So that's what I gotta fix. So I know the other side has like a webbing from here to here. So let's look at the other side here. Got my heater going. So this side I've already fixed. It looks like that. It's got this reinforcement that goes all the way across here. It's webbing. So that's what I gotta make, this little triangle. And it goes and welds up in there. Okay, so I've taken some pictures, drawn a little line here, right down here. And there is on the back side of this, you can see in there, if the light gets in there, you can see that there is a sort of overlapping piece. That's gotta be gone. And I'm going to make this. So first I'm gonna remove this piece here, then I'm gonna fix all these holes, and then I'm gonna add the webbing. So 3 stages. I decided to chop out this section here. So this is the corner, the entire corner, like that. This piece, let's get this more stable. This piece fits like that. So now I just need to make this. This is pretty Swiss cheese. It's actually not badly rusted, but it would be messy it's hard to get in there and grind and clean up and weld up all these little holes. So I decided to just chop it. One thing I need to worry about is making sure that this edge stays consistent, and then this edge, which is the corner of the light, stays straight. So there's no wobbles, otherwise I'll have to add some filler in there. I don't want to do that, so that's the next step. So fix this, and then after that probably tackle these little holes here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I could leave it, I don't know. It's not really, I could probably just fix it easily. Anyway, focus on this first, fix that, and then worry about these holes and then the web. Here's what I got so far. Got my cut, and I have made this piece here. I use the other side as a sort of template, and it looks like this. It's got this sort of angle cut. I got the corner, this corner right here. And it looks like it will work. So this is going to be like the cap that goes on top of the very end. So the next step is to figure out these holes, and after that build this this webbing, and then the very last piece that goes on will be this thing, like a cap. So I'm building it up backwards because it's really hard to get from behind. So if I build it up from the bottom up, it's going to make my life easier. So that's the next step. Figure out about all this stuff here. That sucker's patched. I don't know if you can see it better. That sucker's patched. No holes. So the next step is to rebuild the piece that comes across here, this sort of webbing. I think I'm gonna have to rebuild this corner as well. So this piece, this triangle piece, We look again at the other side, just to remind us what it looks like. This piece is missing from here to here. And this piece, there's this little sort of angle that holds a piece of rubber that's supposed to go in there after, and this other channel has to be added at the very end. So from here to about here to here, there's a triangular sort of gusset. That's next. Working on making the gusset that fits in here. It's kind of a triangular thing. I worked off the other one over there, and I made a cardboard template to sort of fit in here. So this one's taken off the other one, so it's going to sit backwards. Just a random piece of cardboard. Just trying to get it stable here. This will fit something like this, like that. And I have to bend this edge up. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. There's some complicated bends that go in here, but I'm gonna have to sort of shape it. This side's a little weird. This is my metal version of this. So I'll talk about these complicated shapes I'm talking about here. You can see here the edge kind of goes here, then it dips down, goes up here, and then it dips back up for this weird bracket here. I guess it's for a rubber that goes there. So I have to make this sort of like go this. So we're cut where that line, black line is. So I need to make this part and then dip up and go back so that this thing fits in here like this. So next step is to make this look like this, but in metal form. Now we got our part. I spent some time on this, but it fits pretty good. Oops. Okay, so I'm just trying to hold the camera, and it fits there like that. So I've got my little hole drilled up here for a plug weld. I just need to make sure that this outer edge is parallel with the skin of the car so it doesn't stick out. And you can see the trouble I've been having with the profiles on the side. So here it goes, the profile goes down, across, and then it comes back up to the same level as here. So that is, needs a little bend. Just one hand. Kind of like that. Like that. See it? Comes across here, bends down here, and then it goes down, and then it comes back up here. And between those two, there is a angle. Let's look on the other one. The other side. See what it looks like? There's that little angle bracket that sits between this sort of like indented area on the side. So that's what I'm trying to recreate. Okay. So I am going to probably clean up this side. Whoops. Clean up this side a little bit here where we've got these cuts. I don't have any welding done on this yet. Clean up the side, maybe weld this up so that this is more solidified, and then get it ready to just go behind here like that and go like that. The thing is welded on there, the inner part, the brace, it's welded up against here, welded it up all across here. It's got that profile where it drops down and it comes back up. Bit of a there. That's where the seal rides. And it's missing the skin over here. So now I'm gonna test fit. Let's grab the light. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Oh boy. Okay. Bear with me. Just making sure that this part here is straight and is riding where the seal will ride. And it feels good. It's pretty straight. There's this edge up here. So I will have to recreate this thing here further on this way when I finish this capping part. So in here is going to be a little angle piece, and then this piece is going to go straight. So first I'm going to do this capping part, the skin, make it nice. Ground down my little spot weld here, my plug weld. I'm going to probably put another plug weld here, and there's an angle. It's cut at an angle, and I'm going to put a stitch there. Okay. So that's where we're at. That is welded on there. The skin's on there. You can see my little stitch. There's a bit of a ridge here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I have some lead, like non-lead lead. I can probably make that better there with a bit of filler, lead filler. Not lead filler. Lead-free lead filler, that's what it's called. You can see my step here. And so now the next step is to make this channel that continues. I'm not sure how far it continues, and then the little gusset over here. So yeah, that's looking pretty good so far. I've got, I think a couple of pinholes I need to fill. Look at that. I don't want any pinholes because if I put any, when this gets painted, water, moisture will get in the back and come up through the pinholes, and then you'll have rust. So I do not want these pinholes. Let's see them better right there. So I'm going to probably get an awl and scrape off this weld-through primer, put a couple of tacks there, sand them flat. Final part here. It's the piece of trim. This actually holds a rubber that actually goes on here that seals up against the bumper. And it was rusted out from here to here, about 3 inches. So I added it so that now we have somewhere to hook the rubber on. And then there was this other little guy over here. That's in there too. So that's pretty much complete there. I'm gonna hit it with some more primer so it doesn't rust. And that is done. Yeah, so let's see the back side of that. You probably can't see now. Let me get a light. Okay, there's a light. So there's a bit of cleanup to do back here. There's going to be body sealing that stuff up. But yeah, I'm going to do a bit of cleanup. And on to the next thing. There you go.